We will rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ashley, you want to take the roll call?
Mike Hobson,
Here.
Marilyn Early,
Here.
Deborah Nelson,
Here.
John Manny,
Here.
Jan Schwedding,
Here.
Jessica Stickles,
Here.
Michelle Blythe.
Here. Madam Mayor, I move to approve the agenda as presented. Second.
Question?
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So we didn't have any members of the public that wish to speak this evening. So we'll jump right into our first public hearing, which is after the consent agenda, we'll jump into that.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to move to approve the minutes of the January 4th and January 11th, 2021 council meetings, as well as accounts payable approval of EFT payments and claims checks number 101851 through 101944, dated December 31st, 2020 for $1,395,980.46. Approval of EFT payments and claims checks number 101945 through 101990, dated January 5th, 2021 through January 19th, 2021 for $243,947.77, and approval of payroll EFT payments and checks 30052 through 30058, dated December 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2020 for $1,563,384.92, as well as the resolution to waive competitive bidding requirements for the procurements of 2 used lighted X runway closure markers for the airport and the appointment to the cemetery board.
Second.
Question?
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, now we'll jump into our first public hearing this evening, which is the ordinance vacating a portion of an unopened right-of-way. Mark Hayes.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of council. Tonight, staff is seeking approval of the attached ordinance allowing for the proposed vacation of the unopened right-of-way associated with the Arlington School District properties. And with that, I've attached also a legal and an exhibit of the area and the proposed vacation.
Thank you, Mark. We'll open the public hearing. So we have no members of the public wishing to speak this evening. We'll close the public hearing and open it up to the council for any questions or comments.
Okay, seeing none, I move to approve the ordinance allowing the proposed vacation of the unopened alleyway to proceed and authorize the mayor to sign, subject to final review by the city attorney.
Second.
Question?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. The right-of-way passes unanimously. So we'll move to our second item for a public hearing this evening, which is the adoption of the planned action for Arlington portion of the Cascade Industrial Center. Mark.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So as we've gone over this several times now, this is the final version of the planned action for the Arlington portion of the Cascade Industrial Center. We went through this, how we combined the the planned action 1 with plan action 2 in order to enable the planning horizon for the Cascade Industrial Center for Arlington.
Thank you, Mark. And again, we'll open the public meeting, and we have no public that wishes to speak to this evening. So we'll close the public hearing and open it up to the council for any comments or questions. Mike?
Yes, I'd like to address this just in a very broad way. I plan on voting for this, but I do want to address one thing that it's always on my mind. Since the city is planning for a maximum number of the jobs and population for the Cascade Industrial Center, we should also be planning for workforce housing that is affordable for those seeking the variety of jobs and the variety of wages, including essential workers, because many will earn what is classified as low income wages. This is the way that they can truly live, work, and play in Arlington rather than spend hours each day commuting on a congested freeway, as well as the increasing amount of Arlington traffic. I believe it's imperative that a maximum number of employees live within the city so that they can spend their incomes here, purchasing local goods and services and paying local taxes. This is especially important because the owners at the Cascade Industrial Center do not pay city property tax on their buildings. Establishing affordable or rent-restricted housing policies is therefore, I believe, a matter of justice. So if passed in its prologue, I'm not optimistic that such policies will be adopted, and I do think that would be a real shame if it's not. And that's my statement.
Great, thank you, Mike, for that. And we are in agreement with that, and we're working towards producing for workforce housing associated with the Cascade Industrial Center. And so we have several projects that are working towards addressing that, and we will continue to do so.
I would also
Okay,
say,
I'll be happy to see that.
Mark, do the majority of the developments in the Cascade Industrial Center pay property tax?
Yes, they do. We only have one business that is under a tax exemption. Otherwise, everyone else pays their underlying property tax.
Thank you for that clarification.
Jan?
Yeah, Mark, don't we have a large workforce housing going in off of 51st?
Correct. It's adjacent to the Project Roxy, south side of Project Roxy. 500 units.
Yeah, I was
workforce
thinking it
housing.
was 500. Okay, thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Don?
I'd just like to thank Mark and his crew for the time they put into this. I think they've done an outstanding job on putting this all together. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Don.
Okay, there's no other questions. I'd like to move to adopt the planned action related to the Arlington portion of the Cascade Industrial Center and authorize the mayor to sign the ordinance.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you, Mark, for the work. It passes unanimously.
Great. Thank you very much, Madam Mayor, members of the council. Have a good evening.
So our first item in new business this evening is amendment number 2 to the existing Murray Smith contract for the design services for the Cascade Industrial Center. Jim Kelly.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor and council members. This item before you tonight is to issue amendment number 2 to the Murray Smith contract. The city of Arlington contracted with Murray Smith to extend utility services to the south side of SR 531. This was being done to help promote growth in the CIC area, as well as to get our utilities in before they widen SR 531. a short time after we entered into contract with Murray Smith, we entered into a partnership with one of the developers to extend sewer service over to the property that is located between 51st Avenue and 43rd, and from SR 531 south to the city limits. We also entered into contract with him to extend potable water service as well as construct a lift station. As this partnership started to unfold, the city was going to undertake the design and the contractor was going to undertake the construction. The designs that we were going to prepare were going to be for contractor ready, not for public bid ready. As the project moved forward, the contractor realized he couldn't construct the lift station. It was a little bit too complicated for him. So we now need to update those construction drawings and construction documents to make them public bid ready. The additional fee to do this work is $156,994, and it's contained in Amendment number 2 of the Murray Smith contract.
Thank you, Jim. Is there any questions or comments from council?
No? All right. Seeing none, I move to accept amendment number 2 to the Murray Smith CIC contract and authorize the mayor to sign the contract pending final approval by the city attorney.
Second.
Question?
In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Jim, your amendment passes unanimously.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor and council members.
So our final new business item this evening is the amendment to the Arlington Municipal Code 13.12 to rescind the scheduled 2021 CPI increase to the water, stormwater and sewer utility bills.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and council members. This item I'm bringing for you this evening is requesting that we rescind the mandatory rate increase that is applied to the water, sewer, and stormwater rates annually. That rate increase is based on the Consumer Price Index for the Seattle, Tacoma, and Bremerton area. Right now, we have been conservative on our operations. We have been have additional revenue coming in from some of the new connections, and a rate increase is not necessary this year.
Thank you, Jim. Is there any questions or comments from the council? It's usually a popular item. Yes, hand clapping.
Always good.
Okay, seeing no comments other than the hand clapping and praise. I move to approve the ordinance rescinding the scheduled 2021 CPI increase to the water, sewer, and stormwater utility rates pending final approval by the city attorney.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and council members.
All right. Do we have any comments from council members this evening? Jan?
Yeah, I just wanted to tell the council what I passed on to you and Paul already. Last Friday, I received word that I had been appointed to the Transportation Improvement Board. And
Congratulations.
it's a statewide board. The first 2 meetings are obviously Zoom, and then I go to Chelan, and then I go to Yakima. Anyway, it's all state. Thank you, Jim, for some of the information you gave me. It's going to be a new learning thing. But it's state funds and it covers so many. And I was selected for that board because of my position on community transit. So I will be representing, quote, transit, but have a say with everything else, I'm assuming. We'll see how all that goes. One other thing I kind of wanted to mention in case it hits the press, which I'm pretty sure it will at some point. At the Transportation Policy Board last Thursday, we spent an entire hour discussing a request from Seattle for money for the repair of the West Seattle Bridge. It went on quite a while. The board finally decided to grant them the $14 million. In exchange, they had to withdraw a $4.9 million project that they had already been granted. And then also state that when the grants open again, that they will not be applying in order to get the 14 million to start the repair on the bridge. But I thought I'd let you know because I'm sure it'll hit the Seattle paper at some point.
On behalf of all of us, I want to thank you for applying for and being accepted on that panel. That'll be very beneficial to Arlington. I appreciate all your regional work.
Yeah,
It takes a
it'll be
lot of
interesting.
Yes. Deborah?
I just want to echo that. Thank you, Jan. And I wanted to just maybe help to inform our fellow council people the importance of that TIB board, because it was working. I wasn't on the board, but I was communicating with the board when we were looking for grant money for 204th, the roundabout. And that's how we got that funded. So it is an essential board, along with, I believe, the Arlington Valley Road is TIB also, correct, Jim? Yeah, so congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I could do a happy dance if I had the energy to do it for you. So great job, Jan. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Any other comments this evening? Okay, we do have an executive session this evening, and I believe it'll be just like last time. You'll automatically be put into another room. Mr. Pifel, do you want to give us the intro to it?
Yeah, yes, Madam Mayor, thank you. I would like to have an executive session with the council to discuss some potential litigation. I would expect the executive session to last 15 minutes. And after reconvening, I will be asking the council to take some action following the executive session.
Thank you. So at this time, we'll convene to the executive session and return in 15 minutes. A coffee break.
Oh, she's already got it up. Great.
Yep. After I'm like, how do I get that stupid thing? I'm like, I need to find it.
So if you ever have to do that, the breakout room, it's a setting under more, and you'll have one room up, right?
Yeah.
And you just call it executive session. And you, over on this side, there will be an assign button, right? And you want to change the settings so that they automatically move.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Rather than letting him choose.
Okay.
So once you open it, poof, they go.
Oh, there's,
Yeah,
bye-bye. I think that's what our school does, but I'm like,
yeah.
sweet.
Well, you can have an unlimited number, you can have 10 rooms and you can assign each one person to each different room if you want.
I like just take everybody's mouth.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's right. All right, let me do that here. This stupid thing.
Oh, that's why James is calling.
We'll reconvene our regular session of our council meeting.
So do I just go right into the motion?
Yes, there's no reason why you can't.
Okay. So I'd like to move to authorize the city attorney to take enforcement action, including the filing of a lawsuit if necessary, to address code enforcement issues, abate nuisance activity, and recover damages relating to the property located at 118 Haller Street.
Second.
Question?
Those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, Steve, the motion passes unanimously.
Thank you very much, council.
Thank you. Paul, did you have any administrative report this evening?
Just to let council know that the Arlington Airport was selected as one of the sites for a drive-through COVID, excuse me, inoculation site. So staff will be working on the logistics of that tomorrow, and it could open sometime late this week or the weekend. Not sure on when it will open, but we'll be prepared when they're ready to. So to be on the west side of the airport where the fly-in and stuff operates.
I have a question on that. So if it is selected as a site, do people, they already know that they can go there? Do they have to have an appointment, or how does that work?
Can I share our experience?
Phase
Okay,
finder.
I've had some people share their experience with
Yeah,
me.
let me just
You
go
go to,
the
go
governance.
to Phase Finder, you choose where you want to go and find an appointment.
So
Yeah, that's
you
what my
According
neighbor
to the
did, but it
governor's
didn't work out real well.
we now entered stage 1B, which is everybody 65 years or older is eligible for a vaccination. And so they are giving them in Smoky Point, but you can either contact your doctor to see if they've been an approved site. For the Arlington Airport, there will be a sign up, so it will be by appointment. So we
Is
don't,
it on a website?
yeah, most likely it'll be a website. We don't have that yet, Marilyn, but we will put it out in all of the city communication as soon as the scheduling website is up to date.
So people go to the website and they kind of like pick a time that works for them, and then they go there, and that's during their time. They line up and they're already kind of signed up for it. Is that how that
Yeah,
works?
you have to be approved. Bob did it yesterday, and
Okay.
it took a while because it was.
Where did he go?
He went to Phase Finder, and then it sent him to Snohomish County. And then
Okay.
he chose Providence Hospital because we go there all the time because of me. And then you have all of the appointments, but they were filling up so fast. It took like 5 tries to find a day with time.
Time and day.
Yeah.
As of early this morning, all the Snohomish County times for this week were booked out. So this is great that they're opening additional sites.
Yeah.
And we'll get complete information with links for how you go about doing that. But we want to caution it, because in Squim, people just came, but you must have an appointment and in a time slot to get through.
Well, this is good to know. We should know this information so that, because people always ask you, how does it work? And so it's 65 and over, right?
For phase 1B, 65 and over, essential workers are still eligible if they haven't received them yet. But on the Snohomish County website, they're keeping really good data about when new phases open, and you can look at all the phases there. The website Deborah was telling you about, phasefinder.org, will kind of let you know what phase you'll be in if you're unsure of what phase that is.
Okay, that's good. It's just, we're so tuned into everything, but some people are like, whoa, I don't know, where do I go? How do I do this?
I would encourage you to share with your neighbors to go and see yesterday's, the governor's thing on TV. I'm sure you could find the YouTube, but he spelled it out just step by step with all of the different key people. And it was a very informative meeting that he held. So I'm sure you could tell people to find that on YouTube also.
Okay.
Thank you for the announcement. It's exciting that we'll have a public site, a large public site.
Yeah,
That's very exciting.
More sites are going to come online a little at a time, but this will be the one for us, our area. That'll be the next one.
Okay.
Excellent.
You can also get them at your doctor's office,
Yeah,
with your doctor.
If they have it.
yeah, if they have it and you qualify,
Well, you gotta qualify.
right, and they gotta have it.
And they gotta
So,
have,
yep. That would be the easiest, I think, but.
Okay,
All right, Madam Mayor, I move to adjourn.
Second.
question.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Good evening, everyone.
Bye, everybody.